We are live. What's up, Facebook? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of For the Culture. I'm your host, Nick Alexander.
And it's your boy Ty Sterling, a.k.a. Comedy Bones. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to the trash to show these niggas the kind of fucking banana you eat. Hold on.
All right, stay tuned. Look, I have to snack and eat fruits, and I'm a big banana fan. Now, Ty has an issue with the kind of bananas I be ingesting in my body.
So, I've known this nigga for a good amount of my life. I ain't never seen this nigga eat a perfectly yellow banana.
Those aren't
Okay?
good.
No, this
Those
shit
aren't good.
is bruised and battered.
It's
like,
ripe and it's sweeter.
You are the shelter for bruised and battered bananas.
Dog, listen. If you ate this one and then you ate one when you pick out the store and it's like yellow but it got a little bit of the green, they're never as sweet. This one is so sweet and ripe. Like you gotta like fuck with it.
That
dog.
shit is basically mushy.
But mushy can be good.
All right, Jay-Z, give me that sweet, that nasty, that
Gushy
that,
stuff.
that mushy stuff.
That mushy stuff. I love bananas, baby. I just want you to know. Oh, he made it that time. All right.
And he eats bananas like a homosexual. Like,
why can I enjoy the process of peeling the banana before?
you don't eat bananas like that in front of niggas, man.
All right, man. Whatever. I ain't scared of you niggas.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Don't be judging how I eat my bananas, goddammit. All right, so yeah, man. No, it's happy to get back into it this week. We actually have a guest that's making her way here shortly. She's part of the Cornbread Kitchen family. I've interviewed I think everybody except her and possibly Anika. So we're gonna hear from Imani in a little bit, but me and Ty gonna catch up. What is that over there? Oh, okay, all right, Paul. You trying us today? All right. We live streaming too, Facebook. We live streaming. So, Ty, how was your week, man? Fill me in. What happened?
All right. So first things first. Shout out to my dog Paul.
Antonio.
He got me on the show. It was cool. Crowd was medium.
Don't downplay that. You did your first paid booking as a comedian.
Yeah, that was a big deal for me,
some noise
man.
for that.
It was a big deal for me. I couldn't do it without, my boy Nick coaching me.
I ain't do shit. You put the work in, man. That's it.
Yeah, but you gave me the tips.
All right, I'll take the credit. Here you go.
And then Paul actually giving me the time to shine.
Yeah, man.
So I appreciate that.
So you was out in Santa Ana?
Yeah, Santa Ana. The director that was on my web series, she came out, show love. Sam always.
What's that web series? For those who might have not seen.
For the Put Down. It's called For the Put Down web series on YouTube. We got seasons 1 and 2 on there. We're working on season 3.
Shot in Miami, right?
Yep, shot in Miami. It's actually pretty good. I still got homeboys hitting me up like niggas. You know what I mean? They hit me up and like, yo, I seen it already, but I think I'm gonna rewatch it. You know what I mean? Because they just fuck with it.
Nothing like the rewatch, man.
Yeah, so like. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think like it would hit like that, but people actually fuck with it. So
yeah.
Like, it's
I mean, I watched a few episodes. Like I was catching a lot of the story. I mean, it was an authentic experience about what's dating and life like in South Florida, and just people in the region. I'm sure people in different regions too could watch it and follow what was going on, especially Black love and those things that you guys are covering, talking to your homeboy, going through it with your girl, checking phones, insecurity, going to the club, like all that stuff, that young 20s somethings go through.
The good thing about that show too is like you see like the growth, because like in the first season you could tell like it was very like rugged. You know what I mean? Because the production wasn't all where it needed to be, and like you could tell like it was very like under budget, like very cheap. And in the second season, we got like better cameras, better sound.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So like you see like, oh shit, it's a big ass difference from the first one.
It's the show that was like the epitome of that shit? What? Money and Violence.
Oh,
if you ever watched the first,
it was tell me about that
probably the best hood web series I think I ever seen.
They took it off YouTube.
Yeah, well, because what's his name? The creator of the show had it with a deal with Cloud9, and then they went on Tidal, so they removed it. Like after the deal for the second season went through, and when they were thinking about how they're gonna take it to the next level, like so, Money and Violence, y'all. This was this dope fucking web series that took place in New York. It was like a hood kind of soap opera kind of shit, but the first season the cameras was so fucking trash.
I think he shot it from his phone.
They used their phones. They had like one stationary camera. They would turn. They had weak audio sound. This shit looks so bullshit, but the story was so crazy, and it kept expanding, and like and it ended up getting like 1 million followers a week by the time they'd done it. This dude, they cranked out like 30, 40 episodes that first season, an hour-long joints, and it was edited, and it came out every Tuesday, and it got consistent, and it built. And then the second season, they got a bigger budget. They had a little deal with Tidal, and they got more quality cameras. And not to say that season 2 wasn't decent. I think it was good, but there's just something, you just noticed the difference for sure. That overall point was the quality. But that's cool that you guys.
Where do they show it now, though? On Tidal?
It could still be on Rafe's Cloud9 thing. I'm sure the second season might be available on Tidal if they wanted to stream it. But yeah, Rafe had it on the Cloud9 TV, his YouTube channel. So I think all the archived episodes are there since he took it. They took it down after they kind of split. But they had a good thing going. I mean, they was on Breakfast Club. They was on all the black powerful media outlets, and they fell apart before they had a chance to really bear the fruits.
Yeah.
But it's good that you had that experience where you just saw how production was like, you guys are just trying to learn and do this thing, and then season 2 y'all stepped it up, and now season 3, hopefully there's even more stuff that's at the table.
Yeah, man. So yeah, the show.
But she came to the show. The director.
The director came to the show. That was cool. What happened?
So how much time you did? How you felt like you did?
So So I was supposed to do 10. I did a little bit under 10, which is.
Paul, you had a problem with Tony cutting his time?
Right. No, because I
not everybody gonna be like Paul.
Yeah, no, because I talked to Paul after too.
You gonna have niggas that be like, "Hey, I booked you to do 15, brother.
Yeah,
you need to give me my 15."
Yeah, and me and Paul, spoke about it. And shit. So
it's you have it's not a promoter. I hired you to do my show relationship. It was a comic who does promote for his shows, and when there's that kind of relationship, it's always gonna be a little bit easier when it comes to like time and restrictions and things like that. But I'm just making it's not always gonna be like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
and that's why before he even sent me any payment, I talked to him first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
So cause I know what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what happened. So but yeah, that just shows it's just I need to work on some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what would you grade your set? Like if you want to do it by like letter grade, A, B, C, or if you want to do it by 1 to 10, what would you give yourself?
I think if I'm gonna go 1 to 10, I'll give myself a 6.8 or 7.
All right.
And then I think if I'm just gonna give myself a grade, I'll say a C+.
Okay. It was either or. I didn't. You have to do both. But all right. So C. I mean.
It was average.
The average. Okay. The best thing you could always do is be honest with yourself. Yeah. Like you try as much as you can to never blame the audience. Mm-hmm. Always put it on yourself. Even if 8 people can tell you that that wasn't you, it was them. Mm-hmm. You always got to find a way to take the accountability for your set. Whether it was the heckler threw you off, the show started mad late, the comics before you doing mad time and disrespecting the show. You dealing with something personal and you brought it to the stage and you let it fuck up your shit. You didn't prepare properly. You just always have to.
I definitely didn't prepare properly. Cause you remember I told you I got sick.
Yeah.
I got really sick. I had got the flu.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do shit for 3 days.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I couldn't even think straight. So I was all fucked up.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, where you're not able to get on stage before, you just going through the jokes. And I was telling Tony about how you gotta do like a mirror set. You just gotta look in front of the mirror and be like, yeah, man. So when the promoters see me. They like, all right, we ain't doing no socks today or whatever that joke is. You just practice in front of the mirror, time yourself, get the timing down. You kind of know when you're gonna get the laughs, and those are effective ways if you are not able to get on stage and like perform. Like that's a tactic you can use, and like I said, writing down your set so you don't do this joke, and just keep it to that, man. It's cool. It's good. It's good. You'll get another show.
It was an outdoor
Hey,
show.
Paul, what's going on?
I finally found a microphone.
Yeah, talk with us.
It was an outdoor show, and it was like 60 degrees outside.
Yeah. Fighting the elements.
Yeah,
hey, it's all part of it.
It wasn't an easy ride. Like I even told Ty, I was like, bro, because he was like, I wasn't too happy with my set, and I was like, bro, I went on after you, and I didn't do much better.
Right.
So it was a very weird There were a smiley crowd.
Okay.
When they just smile, they don't laugh. And I was trying to get them into it. I was like, if you laugh, I was like, it'll make you warmer.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
No. Those are all like. See, I didn't even know. You didn't even tell me that you guys were outdoors.
It was an outdoor
in 60-degree
show.
Weather. Like, fuck yeah, that's already not pleasant for people in the audience to want to laugh because they're kind of cold, and if it's not that many people, then it's like but. You just gotta just always find the positives, and then of course, just like I said, the accountability. You'll never go wrong if you always just try and draw back to what I could have did or how I was instead of just with a hosting. The crowd.
I always feel like if you blame yourself,
you
can fix yourself.
You can fix it. Yeah, there you go.
if I blame the host, I can't fix the host.
Can I steal that quote and put it on Twitter?
Yeah.
There we go. Thanks.
If you blame,
I'll quote you though.
If you blame the crowd, you can't blame the crowd. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You blame anybody else.
Yeah.
You blame anybody else but yourself. You can't fix that.
Right.
But you can always fix yourself. You can always work on yourself. So
Okay.
That's why I put it on me always.
Nice. So I guess well for me I did I was fortunate enough I booked a commercial for Chase and
God doing big things, man. I'm trying to get like him.
Yeah, man. It was a cool shoot. Like they had us in Malibu where there was like you kind of see me in what looks to be like I guess I shouldn't talk. Yeah, it's for a Chase Sapphire card, I believe, and I'm in like a car in a couple shots, and in one shot I'm in like a village that looks like I'm in India. So yeah, definitely gonna see some pictures where it looked like I went overseas, and I'm gonna probably claim it because I don't know how many people gonna see this, but I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I went to India, you know what I'm saying, get some culture. It was dope. But no, it was really fun. Like the people on the set were cool, and just seeing how they build like green screen and effects and background imagery and making that work with neon lights and whatever, like. It's so fucking hard, man, when they pull together these, you know, six-figure shoots and $1 million shoots to just execute you just looking a certain way. Mm-hmm. It blows my mind, and then you're just kind of like, you know, there for the ride. And I got a lot of free meals, so I was eating lunch and dinner. I saved a lot of money on food this week. So shout outs to Pulse Agency and Chase and Quixote Studios. There's studios that they shot in Pacoima. Mm-hmm. They got their own. It's a brand new studios with a bunch of sound stages, and it's cool, man. So I was very grateful and blessed.
You lucky you got the green screen because that Adidas commercial that I did, niggas thought it was green screen.
He's outside.
No, we was outside in the field like some actual slaves.
Where'd y'all go?
We went to
like Gainesville.
Nah, we went down south actually, like South Miami to like it's called like the Redlands.
And they have a lot of like high plants.
Yeah, they have sugarcane fields, corn fields, and shit.
Okay.
And I remember when I sent the commercial to my boys, they're like, "What type of slavery shit is this?"
Word, nigga, y'all was running fast as fuck through the field. Did you have your shirt off?
No, I had a tank top, but the tank top was like a little bit ripped a little bit.
Yeah.
So like niggas like, yo, he goes, this fucking 10 years of free to be a slave ass shit. What the fuck they got this nigga doing, man? He's like, hey man, who's your fucking agent, man? I need to fucking talk to this nigga, man.
I didn't look at it like that. When I remember watching it, I was just like, okay, it's promoting track shoes, right?
Yeah, the Adidas football sneak.
Football.
Cleat.
Yeah, I just was like, okay, they got them outside. I guess it's the optics because it was like all y'all were just like strong, built black dudes. And there's no way, you know, like y'all all dark skinned gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen. So just running and niggas looking buff and dreads and I don't know. I guess that just didn't. People just didn't think they didn't understand what it was about. But I didn't take it as like a slavery plantation type of shit. I just was like, they want to show y'all going fast.
Yeah.
Running real fast. Y'all so fast, y'all putting wind through these fucking plants.
Yeah, we had to catch a rabbit.
How many times did y'all had to run and do takes?
Oh my God. We got
y'all ran all day? It was like getting punishment in basketball practice
Basically. We got there like at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And didn't leave till like 6 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Yeah.
And so we were running because we had to wait till, you know, sunrise or whatever. So we started running at like 7. And then we stopped running around like 5, 6. And then we were still like, even in the dark, we were still like doing like little shoots here and there to see like maybe we get like a night scene or something like that. Like, because this nigga was just adding shit. The director, he's like, okay, hold on, wait, no. It's nighttime now. And then we had to wait for the rain and shit. So when it hit nighttime, he's like, hold on, wait. Maybe we could do a nighttime scene. I'm like, oh, fuck, I thought I was leaving. So, but it's cool. Like, I got my regular check plus overtime, so.
All right. It was a good gig.
Yeah, it was a good gig, man.
Yeah, you ain't sell out, man.
Yeah.
You ain't sell out. It's not don't feel that way.
A lot of people were mad, though.
Yeah.
I got a lot of flack for that. Not because of the slavery shit, it's because a lot of people who are from the muck, right?
Okay.
Belle Glade,
the area.
Pahokee. Yeah, that's kind of like North Florida.
Ish.
Like, yeah, in those areas.
Yeah.
Belle Glade, the muck, in those areas, and Pahokee and shit like that. Like, a lot of them, that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you train for football, you send them over there to those fields.
And they go run.
And chase rabbits. And the thing is, like, nobody's ever really caught a rabbit.
Oh, so y'all catching a rabbit, they just got mad.
They took it as like, what? That's just unrealistic. It's like, how the fuck?
I've been training 7 years. I ain't catch no goddamn rabbit.
How the fuck you got niggas? how the fuck you got niggas that's not even from the muck doing this shit? You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's one of those things.
Oh,
like,
so it was like conflict from the town because of their culture of how they do shit, and y'all just came in there and
so I'm just like
glorified it.
I'm like, first of all, y'all had Deion Sanders out there, right, doing that shit for Florida State. He's not from over there. Y'all don't say nothing to him because he claimed the shit out of y'all now, right?
Right.
So, and then also my homeboy is actually from Belgrade, so
he was in it too.
Yeah, he was in it. So I'm like, y'all talking all this shit, but he's actually from y'all area. So what's the problem? Yeah. And then so I had to fight off like so many people on my Instagram.
Wow.
But I wasn't even arguing with them. I was just like, look, man,
this is what
be
it is.
happy for our brother.
I just got hired to do a job.
I got hired to act.
Yes. Commercial actor. Yes.
You know what I mean? And you mad at me for acting.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like the other week when we were talking about how like a Jamaican nigga playing a Haitian nigga.
Yeah.
Like that's understandable because the big ass difference. But if you have somebody from Compton play a nigga from Crenshaw, it's like, so what?
So what?
It's still LA.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Florida nigga. I'm a South Florida nigga playing a nigga who from up North Florida. It's like same shit.
Culturally, y'all talk the same way,
and we both play football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what's really the big deal?
Wow, I had no idea. Y'all should. You posted the commercial on your page, or did you ever get the video for it, or whatever?
Yeah, I posted on. I'll post it again.
Yeah, if y'all want to check it out, just go on Ty's page. He'll put up a throwback. This week.
I'll put it up this week.
Yeah. So ultimately, doing a commercial was cool. We getting ready for the Cornbread show. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah. We're gonna hit some current events. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, Tekashi. Snitch 9 or 6ix9ine, however you like to call it these days.
Bitch 9,
Bitch 9, Hitch 9, Witch 9,
Clit 9, because he's a pussy. I fucking hate this nigga, bro.
And Ty will say it to Tekashi's face if he's ever if he gets close range.
Oh yes,
he's definitely going for it. This is not just talk in front of the cameras because we in our little podcast studio.
I do not.
Yeah.
I can't reiterate this enough. I do not fuck with people that come into the culture, right?
Yeah.
Like, come into the culture all you want, make your money, and do whatever. But when you come into the culture and you mimic and kind of just like take advantage and make fun of the culture, you know what I mean?
Especially when there's proof and there's evidence that you weren't always about this life.
Yeah.
You created a persona.
Yeah, and like he basically trolled the culture. You know what I'm saying? And how he was going to like Chicago, taking pics like, yo, I'm on your block. What's good? You know what I mean? And like, or how he would come to LA.
Who was he going out with Chicago? Was Chief Keef?
He was coming up Chief Keef. He came out here, and then I remember my niggas from Long Beach, Jabba Loken, niggas that he run with. He run with a bunch of Crips.
Mm-hmm.
So when Tekashi came out here, them niggas was going every mall, every flea market looking for this nigga because he would post a video like, yo, I'm here. Come get me. And them niggas would go there, and then, of course, he'd be gone.
Right.
I mean? But he would post a video he was
doing the Catch Me in the Nana Boo Boo.
Yeah, so basically, he would be there at 12, but post a video at 3.
Wow, so he was trolling.
He would been gone.
But it was kind of working for his career, though, because it kept boosting him.
Because people was like, oh, man, this nigga's real.
He really about that life.
He's telling these niggas to come get him.
And they not getting him.
Yeah, and little do they know, like, this nigga claiming he's in L.A., but by that time, he's already on the plane back home.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like.
What a year he had, though.
Yeah, and it's like, you doing all this shit, you claiming blood, and you think it's a game. And I have people that I know that's in the shit. I have people that died for the shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you making fun of it.
This is pretty dark. I'm going to ask you, though, straight up. How soon do you think he's getting out? And when he does, is there a legitimate chance, like, he could actually overcome the whole you shouldn't be a snitch persona and be able to still thrive in his career? Or do you think he's actually going to get killed at some point?
I think he's going to get killed at some point because that blood gang is not going anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you didn't dissolve it.
And to them, he's a sworn enemy.
Mm.
Forever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, there's no price tag.
Because I know how, like, gangs work, and it's like a lot of times, like, I see you, it's on sight.
Yeah.
You mean, like I told you, I had a homie, I ain't gonna say his name, but I told you the story how that nigga had to move out of L.A.
Yeah, he got ran out.
You know what I mean? He had to move out of L.A. because if them dudes see him, it's on sight.
Did you catch Jim Jones on the Breakfast Club or any of what he had to say? Because since Tekashi kind of like named him in his
Oh, I didn't know he spoke after that.
Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he went on the Breakfast. I didn't watch the interview. I was a so we could have maybe got into what I from saw online or whatever. He didn't try to get too much into it, and it was just, but it was kind of like, essentially Tekashi kind of put his shit out there, saying that he was corrupt with the feds or working with the feds or whatever like that.
Yeah, because the dude who called out Snoop for being a snitch, he was one of the guys who was not a witness, but he was somebody who was involved in the whole Tupac murder case and all that shit. Forgot his name. But he came out and called Snoop a snitch because supposedly there was paperwork saying that Snoop had said Suge is the one who killed Tupac.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so he called Snoop a snitch. And everybody comes at me and was like, oh, Snoop is a snitch. Nobody cares. I'm like, you're right. A snitch is a snitch. But, you know what I mean? Like, snitching is snitching, and we don't accept snitching, but this nigga snitched on fucking Suge Knight. Somebody that fucking nobody likes.
Right. But do you honestly feel in your heart of hearts what Snoop did technically with snitching?
I mean, it's something that everybody was saying anyway.
Anyway, that it might have been Suge who actually had Pac killed for the catalog thing.
But the
or
fact
whatever.
that
was always a rumor.
The fact that he went and posted a statement about it was like, you talking to the police. I mean, they never indicted him on it. They never went on with it because I think he might have just dropped it or recanted his statement.
Yeah.
But initially, he went and did that.
True. Okay, so you can't walk that back.
Yeah, and he was the biggest advocate. Like, oh, look at Martha, she ain't tell on nobody. And then, but you was
kind of pulled up his card a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think Snoop is just too cool in the game and too much legacy at this point to kind of like take any of his street card shit back.
Yeah, actually go backwards. Like that shit happened so long ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What, 97? We looking at
22 years?
Yeah,
20, yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. That's.
So are you looking forward to his new music, I guess, since he's getting a deal and he's going to record and put out shit?
Snoop has always been like one of my favorite rappers.
No, I'm talking about Tekashi.
Oh, hell no. Fuck no. You crazy? No, you can't get in my car playing Tekashi, dog.
Really?
You can't. If I get in your car and I hear niggas iffy up, Blicky got the stiffy up, I gotta get out. I'll take an Uber. Because I can't fuck with it.
All right.
I can't fuck with it. And I'm not gonna lie to you. He made some good music.
He has some club bangers.
He made
Fifi, one titi, and nice ski.
He made some good music
with the pookie.
When he had A Boogie with the hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he made some good music. I'm like, yeah, man, fuck. Why are you a fucking asshole?
And just so
obsessed
with living a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Nigga benefited from this the shit. This the
ultimately.
This is what takes it for me. You benefited from the lifestyle, and once you got everything that you can get from it, you shit on it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why black people.
It's proven. It's not like a hearsay thing.
And this is why black people be feeling a type of way when people be taking up the culture. Like, for example, have you been seeing these Asian people with their fucking hair?
No, what's going on with Asians and hairstyles?
Asian people have very straight hair.
What y'all doing, Asian community? What's popping?
Right? Asian people have very straight hair.
Whoa!
So they're doing this shit to their fucking hair.
Look to the camera.
Right?
This motherfucker got a shaft afro on. You see this, ball?
Making himself look like a black man.
Come on, man.
Now,
that's Wing Chow Jackson right there.
Hey, if I had hair, I would. No, I'm sure.
You would do it, Paul.
I don't know if y'all are aware, but like I know y'all see like on the Shade Room and shit how these Chinese nail salons be treating their black customers.
Oh yeah, there's always been a thing with that.
Letitia Harlins, right, who was part of the reason why the LA riots had started back then, right, with the whole Rodney King shit. Letitia Harlins was I believe, 13-year-old girl. I think in '95, she was at the corner store buying some milk and I think some orange juice. She put the milk in her bag and she was on her way to the register to go pay. And Asian lady yelling at her, "Oh, you have to pay for that." She said, "I am gonna pay for it." They yelling back and forth, got into an argument. Letitia threw the money at her. And as she was walking out, she shot the girl in the back of the head.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
And the girl and the lady did community service.
That's fucking crazy. You shot somebody in the back of their head.
The lady did community service.
And that's all you had to do.
The lady did community service, no jail time.
Fuck.
So that's how them LA riots and shit had started.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it wasn't after Rodney King?
Well, it was like a
combination.
It was a combination.
Okay, gotcha. That story though has never been as publicized as Rodney though.
Yeah.
Obviously, because of
But so Chinese people having a problem with black people, it goes back. You know what I mean?
there's just something there. But I do think though, there's also been a flip side where you see the progress in LA, especially with Blasians, where black and Asian people who grow up in the culture, they hook up and they have families together.
Of course.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's
like
the
old stereotypes and prejudices.
Yeah, and it's like you hate us so much, but then you go ahead and do shit like that to your fucking head.
And you want to dance, and you want to wear the clothes.
I don't know if you ever been to China. Go to China and go to a fucking karaoke bar. They're playing all fucking Michael Jackson.
Yeah. You just saying that because Chris Tucker did it in
Rush
Hour?
No. They really do that.
Okay.
They really do.
Well, I mean, I would say American music, no?
No, they play like a lot of old school black music, like Motown.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
specifically that shit.
Yes.
Got you.
That's
the catalog is that.
That's the shit that be fucking me up.
Right. They really love black culture.
Yeah, and it's like, I'd walk in that motherfucker, right? Yeah. And they look at me, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, bitch, you playing my music. Or my people's music, at least.
You had a chance to go to China?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And so I was like, the fuck it?
You didn't invite me. I know.
But it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I didn't even know that it was like that over there. They're looking at you funny while they playing the best of fucking the Thriller album.
Yeah, or playing fucking Do you remember?
Oh, Earth, Wind and Fire.
21st night of September.
They're playing Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yes, I'm like, dog, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you.
I don't know any Asian artists, so I can't even. It's funny because black people, not even our reach and our wealth isn't even big enough to have a karaoke bar where we could just have classic Asian or Chinese records from the 70s.
Imagine walking into my restaurant.
Right.
All I'm doing is serving Chinese food, and you hear boom, 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 and a Chinese person walks in. I'm like, hey, what the fuck you doing? Eh?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Just think about that, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy.
Shit. Damn, I ain't know it's deep like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's probably trending. It's getting bigger and bigger as a phenomenon.
Well, this was like 2 weeks ago. A week ago.
Okay, so all right, but just that's really disturbing though. Chinese people and afros that we know that it's.
You know what else they do? You know how you see how my hair is like this, like very like spongy. They find a way to do that to their hair. You know how niggas have the curl sponge?
Yeah.
They've been doing that to their hair and putting designs in the side of their hair and shit, like how the hip hop niggas do it.
Right.
I'm like, nah, niggas, man.
Yeah, cultural appropriation is just never gonna sit well with us. We just don't. We ain't with the shits, man. All right. So we want to talk about, I guess, the movie of the week that's been getting the nation in a frenzy. In a frenzy.
Yes.
Joker from Todd Phillips in DC.
Oh man, I don't fucking like DC movies at all, but these motherfuckers did it with this one. I fucks with it. I mean, I like the Batman DC movies, but besides that, Superman ass. Was Aquaman?
You didn't like Aquaman?
Booty.
Shazam was good.
Gluteus Maximus, dog.
You didn't like Shazam?
Oh no.
Shazam was. I had the lowest expectations for Shazam, and I was pleasantly surprised.
I watched it 3 times. I'm like, there's probably something I missed.
Really? I thought it was cool, but I guess going back into Shazam. I like that they did a little bit of the origin story of how the classic Shazam was with the new 52 modern stuff, and I thought it was like pleasantly funny. It wasn't corny, and the villain had a really good backstory, and it was a decent formidable villain, and I liked the I guess they went with the Shazam family arc instead of just it being Billy Batson. I thought it worked. I thought it was decent now.
Batman versus Superman ass juice.
I like the 3-hour extended cut. That doesn't get talked about enough. The extended cut was better than what they put in the theaters. It's still a flawed movie, but it's a better watch than Batman vs Superman. If you give it a chance, watch the 3-hour extended cut because they just have a better layout of the extra footage that leads into why Batman and Superman would fight in the first place. Like, it's just very weird when we watched that movie that came out, but then when you watch the 3-hour extended cut with like 20 minutes of additional scenes. It just makes more sense. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but it's a better film to watch.
What was the other one that they had?
Wonder Woman. You didn't like Wonder Woman?
That was okay. What was the one with all of them?
Oh, Justice League. That was horrible. Yeah, I can't defend Justice League.
Pancake booty.
Flat pancake.
All types of booty. It's just,
All right.
it was bad.
So, but Joker, you rate highly.
10 out of 10, baby.
And we got our guest coming in.
Open the door. 10 out of 10, baby.
Get that ass in here, girl. Come on, get in here.
I think she's on the phone.
She on the phone?
Yeah, she on the phone. Superstar.
Get up in here. Grab a chair with your boys. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We also live on a live stream too. I got one of my hitters in Cornbread Kitchen. She's yet to do the show, so I'm happy she can make it today and talk some shit with us for a couple minutes. She is not only a talented comedian, she also can sing. She can act. She can dance. And she could keep it real than a motherfucker. So give it up for Imani Haze, y'all. Make some noise for Cornbread Kitchen's Imani Haze. Yeah.
Is it rude to clap for yourself?
Nah, fucking clap yourself.
I'm gonna get Paul a soundboard.
Yeah, Paul wasn't clapping though. You should have clapped, Paul. There you go.
I'm gonna get you a
I'll take
soundboard.
the clap.
You gonna get the
Paul.
soundboard?
Get you a soundboard so we can
Do
so you get
that audience.
Oh, the little,
Or do
the
a flex
little
bomb.
audience clap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fuck with that.
Imani, how you feeling today?
Yo, I feel great.
It's funny 'cause I just saw you like 30 minutes ago.
Literally just saw you, but thank you for asking. But
Yeah.
no, I feel great, man. It's a blessing right now. I went to church this morning.
Hey.
That was a word. Hey, y'all gotta go to
Praise
church.
Imani is the spiritual force in the group. She kind of like helps get us aligned with just more positive thinking and just, reaching to the higher power to get us to redirect our focus when we kind of like going through stuff. So Imani is definitely the most spiritual one.
Imani might be too spiritual for me.
Okay.
Because when I'm emotional, I don't be going on her stories.
Hey,
Nah,
yeah,
Imani
you can't
legit
get
will go through.
emotional,
You go
nigga.
through Imani's stories and you be feeling all type of shit.
Yo,
And
why
I'll be
the fuck
like,
am I crying?
I'll be like, yo, you good? And she's like, Nick, I'm great. Nick, everything is
Everything
wonderful.
is wonderful.
I
It's
was just having a
blessed,
moment that
man.
I needed to have on my platform.
Yeah, I was crying. I remember that day. I was actually okay, this is going to sound crazy, but like I found out that my father had cancer.
Right.
And so then I was like really pissed cuz I don't have no relationship with him, but then like this like overwhelming peace of God came over me and I was just like thankful. And so I was just crying because it was like, nigga, I'm finna get all my promises that God said he was gonna give me, and I'm just really thankful. Like, I don't know what happened, but then I posted it on Instagram, and my boyfriend called me. He was like,
Yo.
babe,
Yo.
what the fuck?
We all were. We had a little powwow. We had a little Imani intervention one time. We was like, yo, what's going on? But Imani's a thing of, like, I don't pretend like if shit ain't right, shit ain't right. Like, you gonna know, you gonna get what it is, whatever I'm going through. Good,
I've been
bad.
working on that too, cause like in the beginning of
It was very,
me,
it was.
I was aggressive. Like I want to fight you.
That
I
first,
wouldn't even
first 6 months, it was a little, yeah.
That was
at
real
times.
quiet. I was.
He was
real
quiet, so but when you felt the way, it was like.
When I felt the way, I did kind of like.
She had the afro, so she was just lady of raging this shit. It was just like Imani was on her afro shit. Like, at least if we met up like 3 times that week, 2 of them was Afro Imani.
Yeah, I ain't did the afro in a minute.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, you've been in a better place. I think afro is just when you just like I'm just letting
Oh
it
yeah,
out.
when I'm ready to roar like a lion.
Nigga said,
Like, woo-ha. Right, it's some buster shit.
Bust on my bust of shit.
So we gonna get into some of the stuff about what you had going on in a second. But we were talking about Joker. We wanted to review the Joker movie.
10 out of 10,
Have
baby.
you seen Joker? Can you talk about it?
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't talk about it.
Damn. Okay. So let's.
But I will say what I won't say that I can't talk about it. But I will say I heard these things from people.
All right.
Tony Baker, I just saw like a video that he posted about it, and then also just hearing other people talk about amongst it.
Right.
Basically, they said that it was a really good play off of just telling the story about Joker.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really about Batman. It was
No.
really about that nigga, and it wasn't really funny. It was more of just like showing you the real deal and like what the fuck was really going on.
And why he's the way he
And
is.
why he is the way he is, and like mental illness and like playing off of that, and like mental illness is a big thing, and then like just playing off of that. So they said it was a good time.
I think in certain ways, yeah. I feel indifferent from Tony. Tony loves the movie.
10 out of 10, baby.
So instead of, we can't get into specifics of the film because I'd rather like not spoil the movie for Imani when she goes to see it. If she goes to see it, Paul, have you seen
no,
the
we
Joker?
seen it. You ain't seen it, Paul?
So you haven't seen it either.
Okay,
so
cool. So
Let's,
Oh,
let's
Imani, you
vaguely,
saw it?
No.
Oh.
Let's
I'm just saying.
let's
I'm just
vaguely.
surprised he didn't.
Let's just give like a vague kind of reviews if we can get into what we like, what we didn't like, and I'll
Yeah.
retort about why I didn't. I'm not in love with it like some people are, or most people
All
are.
right, so me, one aspect of it is like Imani said, it focused on his story. So like you see from the beginning how he is, and you slowly start to see how he turns into the fucked up person that he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the way they tell the story, and you sympathize with him, or you sympathize with him because you see how he's treated.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you see,
Yeah.
like you see it from his eyes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you can understand, like, damn, man, like he's fucked up, but they fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The world,
so,
the city.
Yeah. So like
it's like you against the world type shit.
Yeah. So like you see it. You know what I'm saying?
But this is a damaged guy up against the world.
Yeah.
He's already damaged in terms because he's mental. Like there's things he can't control.
Right.
And so he's a damaged guy going against the world. It's not a guy with like good intentions who's feeling beat down by the world. This is like a fucked up guy dealing with the world.
Ooh, shit.
So like that was my whole thing about it. And then like, you know, and the visuals for me, I liked it.
Yeah, they made it look like classic. Because the stuff that like you mentioned, when you hear people review the movie, they talk about how the mental illness is treated, how funding, the cutting the budget of public funding for mental patients and whatnot led to a lot of the strays on the street and just damaged people out there doing stuff. Right. This was a real thing in like late 70s, early 80s, especially in New York and probably other parts of the country too. So you see that play out and
of course Joaquin did a phenomenal job.
Did a phenomenal
job.
He
killed it as an actor. He killed it.
Bro, I do not know how he got himself that skinny.
Yeah, he got really bony. Like you can see his bones. He lost weight.
Fasting. He had to just be doing a lot of water and like just a lot of liquids to drain all that shit out of him.
Yeah.
And then also just not eating. Like it had to just be a liquid diet.
His body looked
you can see his bones.
But you know that's what happened. I mean, that's not. I don't think that happened to Heath Ledger, but I remember when you do that role, it takes you. So it's like he probably was sucked in that character, nigga, for however long that shit was being filmed. That nigga got sucked the fuck in, and literally like took over the way the Joker looked. Like I just feel like that's just what it was.
Yeah, like I have no gripes with how he acted, or anybody else who acted in the film. That was good. I don't have an issue with how the cinematography looked dope. Like they made it look like early '80s New York. They shot that in the Bronx and parts of the city, and they were able to really make the Gotham like a fucked up Gotham look like really like how New York was back in the day, and that was excellent to watch. Even the plot stuff I never had. The problem is I just can't care enough because ultimately it's just not connected to Batman, and I just don't care about a guy going through this shit. Like I knew it was gonna happen. It was so predictable because you just know the story. The how is always the most important thing in the film, is how did they get there. But it was just like I could never get engaged because I already know where this was going. And this is like they said it in the early '80s, and it's pre Batman when it's Bruce Wayne as a child. They show Bruce Wayne in the trailer, so that's not like a thing I'm giving out.
Okay. Yeah, they did.
I thought the way it would have gotten me to love the film more was if they had decided to invest more time in the universe that they had been messing up with DC, and do that with Jared Leto's Joker. Like if they had went into present time and show why Jared Leto is the way he is, going against Batman, even though Batman has only done a couple of movies in that Ben Affleck role, I think I would have been more interested because it's like at least I already know that he's going up against Batman at some point, or you can live in that in a better present.
So was
time.
there no Batman at all?
There's just references to the family because it's more about Batman's father with Thomas Wayne.
So it's
he's the central figure.
Just Joker.
It's just Joker specific,
shit.
and I just can't care about
it. Nigga, the
it.
movie is called Joker.
I know it's called Joker,
but you can still do a movie from a villain's perspective and like how he fights the hero.
You would think we see a fight between that nigga is always fighting Batman.
Why would I care about the Joker without Batman?
But you care, but I think because that's a funny question because now I think it's because we care about the Joker now because we're attacking in the real world. We're attacking a lot of mental illness stuff. So we want to address niggas that are crazy.
But we're gonna use this property that's popular,
and we're gonna
which is the hook, which is a smart hook because it's like hook. We're using this guy that's popular who fits the message we're trying to give out, but we're taking advantage of what makes him iconic, and we're not going to really give that because it's not really about him trying to fuck up Gotham and plot to destroy or cause havoc. It's just how did he get to the place where he decided I love giving Havoc because I love the attention or whatever it is that he's seeking when he does what he does. So it's just I can never get all the way on board, but it's not technically a bad film.
Yeah,
it's a good film.
I went into it assuming that there was going to be anything about it. I just knew that. I thought this was the biography of the Joker. That's what I thought it was.
Okay,
No,
so you
but
guys we were prepared for it to just be Joker.
I still know that, but I can't care.
Nick wants Batman. Bring us Joker 2 and get
Man,
Batman.
get off Batman's ass.
I get up and
You know what I said?
ass.
Batman was a rich white man.
Right.
You know what I said, dog?
Look, man.
10 out of 10, baby.
Look. If
The
they
hell?
had, but think about how cool that would have been if you're seeing him fighting Batman, but still doing an origin of Joker and getting to the place of why he's fighting. Why he
That
fights
movie
Batman.
would have been 8 hours, nigga.
It doesn't matter. It would have been a
How
better
long
movie.
was the movie?
It's
right
like
now?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours and 22 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can all right. Even though it's a lazy film trick, you can still tell that story if you did it kind of like in flashbacks, like the way they did the Killing Joke movie, the animated movie.
Yeah.
Did you see that? They
Yeah.
kind of did flashbacks of how he got there, and then to when he was fighting in the present and how he's been a villain. But I think if you show it from the villain's perspective of why he is what he is, while also fighting Batman, I think that would make.
But there was so much.
There is so much shit in there.
There's so much shit that like you
It
just
works.
can't leave out.
It works.
Right.
I'm saying it doesn't
Now,
work.
if they did like a sequel,
But who's gonna care about the sequel because he's already projected as at least a 30-year-old man. Batman is 9, and in most comic book iterations, Batman doesn't become Batman until he's 25. So the nigga's gonna be old fighting. It's never gonna work.
okay, how old was the Joker really when he was fighting Batman?
You never really know his age because you never knew his origin.
So we don't tell.
Okay.
So we don't know this nigga
But
age.
no, you never know because Batman. The whole great thing about Joker too, throughout his comic book history, he's had certain like names that he went by, but
Right.
you never knew his actual identity or how old he was.
Oh.
So in this movie, you couldn't even do a sequel where you think maybe he gets to the point where he fights Batman because Bruce is a kid in this movie. So
Oh.
assuming that Joaquin Phoenix's character was at least 30, early 30s, he would be 45 by the time Batman could theoretically actually be in Gotham. And it wouldn't work.
45-year-old niggas with hands.
He had old villains.
I
I
know
mean,
some
they've had old
45-year-old
villains
niggas
before,
with
but come on, it's not gonna work.
See, you getting too realistic now. I don't like people like you, dog.
I'm that.
I don't like people like you.
Why
dog.
you getting too realistic, nigga? Just
You
be
get
happy
too,
the movie is
yeah,
out.
you get too technical.
Fuck that. No.
Yeah, you see, I can't get with it because in the last movie he was 30, and then now Bruce Wayne is 22,
Yeah.
and how the fuck is he 35 now? Huh?
Who gives
How is
a
Joker
fuck?
35? Like, damn, nigga, shut up and watch the fucking
how
movie.
does Bruce Wayne have a fucking whole a fucking cave that he lives in? Like, let's talk about that.
Well, the
You
cave
know
has
what I'm
always been
saying?
beneath the
I
mansion.
know, but that's still unheard of, and that nigga got a lot of money, and so we can
All right,
address
next
his
time
money.
you come
Nigga, who
back-
sanctioned that?
Who
That's
sanctioned
what I'm
that?
saying.
They rich. Ain't nobody
Where's the
sanctioning
ci-
this
where's
shit.
the
They
city?
billionaires. They built it.
Where's the city?
Let us know who let that through.
All right, I'm feeling attacked here, so I think I rather talk about Imani's stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
Imani,
What's up?
I want to, first big you up because I think you're very talented. Like I've mentioned that everybody in the group, you have your own
Thank
thing
you.
that you bring to the group that we need, we appreciate.
Thank you.
And Imani's talents really come to the forefront whenever she gets to dance,
Oh my
whenever
God.
she gets to sing and be a powerful, strong black figure. I think if you've come to a Cornbread show, which we have next Sunday is our 2-year anniversary show
Please
at the
come.
UCB in the Sanctum. Just
It's
we're gonna
free.
plug it a little bit more. But you that's what you really bring. Dynamic stuff, and I got to see it when we went to go support you when you're doing a play. So Imani did Sister Act 2.
No, not two, just Sister Act.
Sorry, Sister Act.
I remember,
My bad.
nigga. I was all on them posts.
Oh, okay.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was lit.
But we went to go see her, and I tell the group all the time, and I know it probably runs on deaf ears. I'm not a big fan of theater or musicals.
He is not
I hate it. I can't get with it. I was scarred from
Not
childhood.
not even Tyler Perry?
over it.
I can enjoy some Tyler movies, but not a musical.
All the
well,
shit
not
is
the
music.
music. His plays are better than his
I've never been to a
movies.
Tyler Perry play.
Oh.
So
They was on DVD, nigga, back in the day.
I never
Yeah,
bought them.
yeah.
Oh,
see.
then he didn't see it.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't go to a Tyler Perry play.
But
I just-
congratulations, Tyler Perry, by the way. But
it's a big fee on the
yeah.
studio.
Oh,
I said it's a big feat that he got a studio.
okay. That's what you said.
We don't have to get into the studio stuff. We
No,
could
no,
talk
no.
about that another episode.
That's another episode.
But another episode. So I saw you Sister Act,
Mm-hmm.
just Sister Act,
Mm-hmm.
as Dolores, the character that was played by Whoopi Goldberg,
Yeah,
and Imani
man.
was the lead, and it was probably about like a two and a half hour play. 3
yeah.
acts, and Imani was just like killing it from start
I
to
think
finish.
I had no rest.
Right.
I was in every scene except 6.
Damn.
And I had
Yeah.
to memorize. I had to
Line.
memorize 22 songs, 13 or 14 regular songs and 8 solos.
Mm-hmm.
I had to memorize dance choreography.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have quick changes.
Mm-hmm.
And that honestly
was that the hardest thing you've ever done so far?
No.
Okay.
But it's not that it was hard, but it was the first time that I've ever done it showed me what to be a leader was like. It showed me how to be a lead in something that requires so much of you, and you still got to show up and be like the best that you can, personality.
And she did Cornbread that month.
I did Cornbread.
We didn't kill her and give her a bunch to do in that show, but she still showed up and rocked out with us.
I did Cornbread. I was in rehearsal September until November. The only time I just didn't do the November show because I was like, fuck that. I ain't finna do both of y'all. y'all gonna have to figure that shit out for yourself.
Yeah. We understood. We supported. But it
wasn't. I was prepared for that. I feel like I prepared for that, and like that's always been a dream of mine to be on Broadway, and I still have that, and I still would love to do it one day.
And that's what I told you. I said after the play, I was like, okay, so Imani is the one in the group who will probably be doing like Broadway plays.
I would love to be like Cynthia Erivo.
That's your hero?
She's not my hero, but
one
like
of your heroes.
She's one of my people I look
Aspire
up to as far as like the Broadway
correct,
black woman and just like, and she finna play Harriet Tubman, and I just played Harriet Tubman in CBK, so I feel like nigga.
Well, have you done Harriet once or twice? You done twice, 2 times?
3 times.
3 times?
Because we did Freedom twice.
Oh, okay, but in terms of different times we use Harriet. So she been Harriet and Tubman in some of our sketches.
Bro, she named all the shit that she had to memorize.
That's crazy. I can't.
That shit gave me fucking anxiety.
Tony's still on the 14 songs, the 13 dance numbers, the 12 costume changes.
But that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part was keeping that stamina and keeping your energy throughout the entire rehearsal, because you got to show up and be, because I was
it goes as far as
you go. I was like Whoopi, and it goes as far as me.
Yeah.
Like, I had to bring the tone, I had to bring the energy, I had to bring
the personality,
and I had to memorize all of that shit. Mind you, I don't read music.
Really?
Everything is by ear. I know everything by ear and by practice. If I could hear it, I could do it. But I don't know notes and stuff. I think it's probably why I ain't on Broadway yet, because all them niggas know music.
I mean, look, that world is your world, and I'm a big fan of just whenever there's something that's out of my realm, I always can just wave the flag
And I love music, music in general, like music, dancing, acting.
What's the number one thing that you think in your talents or that you love to perform? If we keep it 100, it doesn't have to be what we do it with the group. But
no, I know.
Like me, it's always gonna be stand up. I love y'all niggas, but stand up is always gonna trump.
Period.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
The most natural thing for me to be is funny. That's the most natural thing.
So comedic actress.
So comedic acting, and being crazy. I love Jim Carrey and all those people. But then I also have a Diane Carroll vibe too, where I'm sassy. So it's it just depends. So I would say acting comes the most natural.
Okay.
But strongest.
What's your number one love? It doesn't have to be.
And I hate this damn question.
Or it could be what you feel like you're the best in, your strongest suit, or whatever you love to do more than the other things. Whether it's singing or it's theater or it's musical or it's comedy, sketch, whatever.
If we say musical theater, I would say I would have to categorize singing, dancing, and acting at the same time. I would actually just put singing and dancing in one category, and then put acting in another, and then put comedy in another. I can't separate singing and dancing for some reason.
Okay. So if you had a chance to be in when on Broadway, the Motown play, that's what you'd be wanting to do more than anything, to do that Motown play.
I'll do Motown. I'll do The Color Purple.
Okay.
I would do. One of the things I said I want to take these white roles. They keep writing all these roles for the whites. I was like, I want to take these roles because anybody can fucking do this shit.
Right.
Y'all just want to put the white that's what it's supposed to be. But I'm like, nigga, we could all sing these songs if you learn how to sing.
Yeah.
You just got to learn how to sing Broadway style, and you can really pretty much attack any of those roles.
Nah, I definitely feel like I'm gonna be able to have the chance to just go see you on Broadway.
I received that.
I'm calling that out there.
And I'll do,
that's what I felt when I was watching you at the play.
I would do Broadway, but then I do want to do my own. I do want to do my own music.
Okay, you got aspirations to do your own records?
I'm gonna keep that on the low. Okay. Y'all don't gotta really know that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, dog.
What's up?
After hearing all the shit that she do,
Yeah.
Now I see why Coach used to get mad at me when I forget them damn plays.
That's what I'm saying. Be on your shit,
It
bro.
was
on
it
your
was
shit.
3 fucking plays, dog.
Come on, bro.
I did.
We ran 3 or 4 plays, and if I would forget, the nigga would kill me.
What grade level was this?
This was like 10, 11.
Nigga, I was doing that.
Are you talking about like plays like school plays, or you talking about plays like
He talking
football?
about football.
Basketball.
Oh,
I mean,
sports.
basketball.
Plays.
Basketball.
Got you. Okay.
Nigga, we ran
Yeah.
motion 1, motion 2.
I was learning
mean?
22 songs in 10th, 11th grade.
You see?
Yeah, but you're comparing. I get what you're saying.
It's
how
two,
we
but it's
practice.
2 different things though. Like nigga, if
Nah,
I learn,
nigga.
if I try to do
Them
basketball right now, I mean I played basketball back in the day. I was point guard, by the way. See me, boo. But I if I play basketball right now, nigga, and you gave me some plays, we'd all lose.
Right, but
That's
what
just
he's saying is like he could get why coach is mad. Maybe only had a playbook of about 5 or 6 plays that we ran.
Oh, just period.
Period, and niggas just
Tony.
never know where to do or like how to get all the different options that's in a play. Because sometimes there's like plays within a play.
Right.
So that's what he's saying. It's just like I can
Come
see
on,
why coach is
Tone.
getting mad.
Come on, Tony.
I get buckets though, so.
Oh, buckets. Okay, period.
Yeah,
That's
buckets,
it.
man.
Yeah, you can look it up. Chocolate Sundays game. Who won that game? Right here, nigga. Tony did.
I don't think I was at that. I think I was at that Chocolate Sundays game.
You went to the game this year against the LAPD?
Oh no. I
You
don't
probably
think it
went
was
last
this
year.
year.
Went
That
last
was
year.
last
This year, yeah, Tony. I got Tony in the
wanna
game,
go next
and
year.
he was cooking.
That's
Okay.
right, brother.
So I want to before we wrap, I want to kind of like talk. I had like a little thing. So we have a thing in a sketch that we're doing that you're gonna see next week at the Black Twitter Show, October 20th, Sunday night at UCB in the Sanctum. That has a play off of a TV theme song, right? So today I wanted to get from everybody your top 5 TV theme songs. Now we only can get one that we all share together. Fine, all 3 of us like it, and it could stay there. But if one says something that you were thinking, then you maybe have to just come up to the one after that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
you replace that. But you can't. Only one can stay consistent with all of us. But the other 4 have to be something that nobody else is
Who's
saying.
going first?
Okay.
Who want to crack it off?
I don't know if I got 5 off the top, but
I was thinking about mine last night. But
I didn't know this was a question.
I
Hold
texted
on.
you.
I'm gonna go. Oh yeah.
you ain't looked through the shit.
I didn't look. I didn't prepare.
Okay.
you
want me to go first?
I think I might have it.
Go ahead. Do you think?
Alright,
so
so-
wait, are we doing 5, 5, 5?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
we, yeah.
Okay, so for
But
me,
we get one shared. Yeah.
Yeah.
for me, I think number 1 is Fresh Prince.
Yeah, Fresh
Fuck.
Prince. It's not a fuck. It was probably the assumed thing. We would
It's
probably
the
all
assumed
take
thing.
the Fresh
Okay.
Prince one.
West Philadelphia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Number 2 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is this no order? It don't have to be in order.
Oh well, okay. Number 1 off top is Fresh Prince.
All right.
Period.
So now the next 4,
Right.
I think I would go Martin.
Which season though? The early, like the first 2, that third middle one, or the last 2, like when he had the big head in the TV box, and when he was the animated
Woo
one.
woo woo woo.
I'm the man.
That's that one.
No,
That's the later seasons one.
yeah. I think I like the. What's up?
That's the later
Yeah.
ones. Okay,
Okay.
so it's like season 5 when they was animated. In the
Yeah.
intro. Okay. All right.
Okay.
They don't know me up in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
And then I really like. He's a smart guy.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right.
He's a smart guy.
That's 3, right?
That's 3.
Yeah.
The 4th one would be. It might have to be. Y'all gonna kill me for this
See if I got it.
because
It's in
this shit
mine.
only had like 1 or 2 seasons.
Okay.
Fuck.
Wayne Head.
Oh.
Wayne Head.
Wayne Head. The party just begun. Wayne Head.
Call 411 for fun.
Yeah, that was Damon
Really?
Wayans' animated show. Did you?
I know.
It only had
Yeah.
13
But
episodes.
it
though.
only had like
13.
Yeah.
Word. But I love that shit. I remember that. That was a top
That's a
intro.
good one.
That's a good one. So you got one more?
And my last one is sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
She's
Boom,
like,
boom, boom,
that's
boom.
Cheers, right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you know
It's
what?
an
I
80s
for
sitcom.
sure didn't watch Cheers, and every time it came on, I would change
You
the
changed
channel.
the channel. It was like MASH.
Damn. Mash, nigga. Mash got no love ever.
Hey, honorable mention though.
Okay, you get an honorable.
Honorable.
Honorable mention. I got 3 honorable mentions, but it
Nah,
would
nigga,
be
you only get
it
one.
would
Only
be-
get one.
it would be all that Keenan Kel.
Nah, you can't.
No!
Nigga, you cheated.
You cheated.
Okay, fine. Those
You already
don't count.
said those two.
My only honorable mention would be Mad TV.
Oh man,
You're so
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah, Mad. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Shout out to Matt.
Damn,
TV.
so you took a couple because this nigga wanted to put 3 honorable mentions out there. Go
Nah.
ahead, Imani.
All right,
Only
I'm
put
gonna
one, only
go.
put
I'm
one.
gonna go next.
So your Fresh Prince is shared, right?
Fresh Prince is
So you
shared.
get 4 in the honorable.
Proud Family.
Oh, okay.
That was,
How does it go?
Proud family. What? You
no.
and me will always be tough. Oh.
Yeah. You
Family
and me
every
will
single
always be
day and
tough.
night.
Every single day and night. Stop acting like a fool. You know every single thing you do.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
That's Destiny's Child, right? They
Yeah,
did
that was
okay.
that was Beyonce and Solange.
All right.
I love you more than anybody else. Yeah.
So all right, Proud. I didn't see that one coming.
Proud Cousin Skeeter.
Oh, how does that
So how
go?
does that
Oh,
one go?
that's the
Look, how does it go?
I know and that that was from the
It's a 702.
702
song.
right? Stilo. That's from the Stilo beat.
No mosquito, and I
And
know the way you do,
yeah.
And
the way you do your thing.
Yeah.
No, so we had
Skeeter's the one for me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. That's it. That's the one right
And you
there.
love my style.
Um,
Profound.
Moesha.
Oh, Mo to the
E
to the-
Mo to the E to the. I don't remember it, but
love
those
in
are
the morning. And tell me it's
But
me.
that was-
Yeah,
It's me.
the Parkers.
Where's the Parker?
Oh, he
It's
is
KU.
doing things.
He come join us.
Come join us. Yeah, so that was that.
That's 4 honorable mention. So
That's
you had
four.
Moesha,
No,
you had Parker's, Proud Family, Cousin Skeeter. So yeah, honorable mention.
There's a lot of good theme songs, man.
I mean, there's plenty more we ain't gonna get to,
Yeah.
but yeah. Maybe we can have Paul comment if he wants.
It's actually not a tight song, but I
You love it. It
I
don't
go
matter.
hard for this cartoon. I don't give a fuck.
But
SpongeBob SquarePants.
who lives in the pineapple?
Who,
Yeah.
Oh,
who
so
lives in a pineapple under the sea, nigga?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Period.
And you know what's crazy? Whether you're 8 years old or
27.
38 years old,
You will get fucking
know
hyped.
You know that fucking song.
Ho! As soon as you hear that shit, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna exclude the one for the sketch that's gonna be next week because I don't want to spoil it.
That's why I didn't
All
want
right, so I'm gonna let that rock, and because I don't want to spoil it for Tony. Did
Yeah.
I tell you about it or no?
No, you ain't
All
talking
right,
about
so I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna exclude that one to protect the creative integrity and interest that's gonna be at the 2-year anniversary show, October 20th at UCB in the Sanctum Cafe, Black Twitter Show, Cornbread
Yeah, yeah.
Kitchen.
It's
Yeah,
free.
yeah.
Y'all gotta come.
Y'all
It's
gotta come.
hilarious.
Okay, so the 4 excluding Fresh Prince, I would go with. He kind of put it out there, but all that intro.
Okay.
All
This is
all that. This is all that.
Check it in.
Right?
Yeah, that's the one.
They didn't say much, right?
But it just
They
kept.
didn't
No,
need to.
until Left Eye Rap though.
Oh, she did rap.
Yeah. Just don't win no.
Yeah.
know that, my
crew.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. 'cause
Posse
we
and
coming,
my crew.
right?
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, and we're coming, right? Yo, just hearing the song gives me so much nostalgia. You know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
hearing the song. Hearing the song alone does it for me.
So I would do all that.
That's it. That's a winner.
You threw it out there, so I'm not gonna claim it, but Keenan and Kel we do fuck with. But
That nigga
I'm not
Coolio
gonna
with
count
the
it.
braids.
Don't.
With the Universal
Dun,
Studios
dun,
in the
yeah.
back. Like,
You got the rap, you know the verse?
How did it go?
I forgot. Your homeboys and
It's
homeboys.
time for Keenan and Kel. So keep it coming in the afternoon, and don't touch that dial off in your room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
That's a little West Coast shit.
That West Coast shit.
That's that G-Funk.
Hey,
Okay, so we won't.
Coolio had some hits back then.
He did have
man.
some hits.
He did. Why we hating on his braids? Was crazy.
Yeah.
Still
I
crazy.
fuck with that nigga though.
It's like he was just bald.
Where
with
you
just
at,
some hair.
Coolio?
Oh yeah, no, Coolio was the shit.
Yeah.
So we'll count that as that was just the one we love, but that's an honorable mention, group honorable mention.
Group honorable.
So I got all that, the Jamie Foxx intro.
Ooh,
Here I come,
Here I come,
here I go. Tonight's the night, you can check out my flow. Time to get it started. You know what to do. I can make you laugh if you wanted to. Here comes Jamie Foxx. Here I come once again. Here comes Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What was they looking? What was they?
At the camera, just the camera.
I was like,
So-
that's corny as fuck.
So Jamie Foxx show. So that's two.
Damn,
That's
a good
two.
one. That was a good one.
Number 3 would be In Living Color intro.
You can
Either of the heavy
what
D
you
versions. Yeah.
wanna do.
Dun, 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 dun.
In
Living
Living
Color.
Color.
Yeah.
Yeah, either versions of Heavy D I take. So
Okay.
Which one's the heavy D version one?
no, he sings both versions. It's like it's that version of the first 2 seasons. There's another one where it goes like you can do what you want in living color.
Okay.
It's like he raps
Okay.
on both of them. So either of the Living Color ones.
Rest in peace, heavy D.
Rest in peace, Heavy D.
Rest in peace, brother.
Legend for sure in the game.
Facts.
So then so my 4th one I would go with I have to go with it's actually doesn't have any lyrics on it, but that beat is fucking hard. The New York Undercover beat.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if we do instrumentals, I got one too.
All right, you can get an instrumental one.
Bill Cosby.
Which one?
Honestly, any of the
Iterations of the Cosby
the
intro?
elevator one,
The Spanish one,
Spanish one, any of those
the
intros.
peaceful, like
Yeah.
we got pajama pants and shit.
Yeah.
There's the
So
hip
I
hop
just
one,
wanna
the
add that.
jazz one. Okay.
My instrumental is
what's the
Hey
instrumental?
Arnold.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Trying to think if there's okay.
Okay.
So I'm at 4.
Yeah.
And then an honorable would be not no. I can't use that one because that would be the one. That would be the
It's
one, but
okay.
I'm not gonna use it.
It's
It's
okay. Don't use it.
And then I would say I go with. Do I love that intro? Maybe the Different World intro. It's a different world. Where you come from, it's a different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like
Then
that.
where you come from?
Yeah, I fuck with Different World.
Caps going
That was
on.
powerful, man. Different
Yeah.
World is powerful.
Oh,
So you
powerful.
gotta
A
show
Different
props
World
to
is
that.
amazing.
So,
I
yeah.
was so glad that.
But
they had
I
that.
love the TV theme intros because it's like our era is more. I think we all gravitate with 90s because that's what we grew up on. But
Yeah.
it's like to an older generation, they could give you great 80s classic intros.
What's
'cause that's when
going
they were
on
still
with
singing.
like? Do we have?
We don't have that
TV
no more.
Intros right now.
TV theme intros is almost not except the Power. I was gonna say Power too because that's like the best
You're
one.
saying
Y'all
this
like
is a
y'all
big
like
good song?
y'all like Tyrese. I mean not Tyrese. Y'all
Trey
like
Songz?
Trey
No.
Songz or Joe?
Absolutely.
Nah, the
No.
Joe version is with
say
Nas.
this is
Yeah,
a
for
big
sure.
rich
That's probably the
town.
last big dope
I
TV
just
theme
came
intro
from
that's
the
been out like the last couple
forest.
years.
Yeah.
So
Jefferson's.
Oh,
Thank you for being a friend.
oh,
yeah.
dun, 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 back again.
I-
Gotta start from the bottom, never hit up.
I like the Friends intro, guys. I'm gonna keep it 100. So now we going don't be this way.
They
They
sang that at our graduation, dog.
Oh,
I went to a
really?
white ass school.
That's fucking
dog.
weird.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That don't apply to the graduation. That hit the Friends.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Okay,
all right,
good.
we got some good intro. Paul, you got one. You can get
What
one.
you got? Get one.
TV theme and songs
Get
intros.
yours.
Yeah, get on the mic before we wrap it up.
I'm trying. I mean, you just took Golden Girls from me. That's a
That
great one.
Golden Girls.
That's a great one. That one
Facts.
bangs. Man, I can't. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say a sleeper that you guys probably have never seen. But Gabriel Iglesias' Stand Up Revolution used to have an intro
So it's
Where-
a stand-up show.
but it was by this legendary band Ozo Motley, and they laid it down. They killed it. It was crazy.
I guess we gotta have to go Google that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
YouTube that.
One of the lyrics is her underarms smell like chicharron, which is great. It's great.
Fried pork, nigga.
Fried
Oh,
pork.
and I love.
Chicharrón.
So I'm gonna give it up without giving it up. Any of the dudes who did there was a band that did like several theme songs for the ABC shows, the TGIF block. So those guys who did Full House and Step by Step, Step by Step,
Oh,
Day by day by day.
it's the same good dudes. They sang like on like 3 or 4 shows
Full
because they were
House
all
was
on the
cool,
ABC
too.
block and they covered those songs. But that guy with the Tony Baker has a funny ass joke about the dude who with the voice. He was like, man, you could tell that nigga was in the studio with peanut butter in his fucking mouth.
Damn.
So, but shout outs to all the classic theme intros, man. If y'all want to, comment and comment on the page and let us know what you think once we post everything.
Let us know.
Imani, how can the people follow you?
What? Okay. I changed my Instagram name because I'm difficult. And it's Imani Haze, but it's spelled IMAKNEEHAZE. And the knee is two meanings. One, I be praying. Okay? I be on my knees praying. Hello?
All right. She pray for us. I know.
Praying. And then also, take a knee. Because I stand with that nigga, Colin Kaepernick, period.
All right. I fucks with everything you just laid out for me. But if you want people to find you, it's going to be hard to type that name in.
Just type in Imani Haze.
Okay.
IMANIHAZE.
Okay.
And you'll find me pretty much anywhere.
It's only because I want people to feel what you be presenting on your page.
Yeah.
You can't make yourself too difficult to find.
I might have another Instagram page. You never know.
You Twitter or Facebook or no, just Instagram?
Twitter, Facebook. Same way, Imani Haze,
right.
and then Twitter. I don't really be on there like that.
That's cool. I'm just asking.
If y'all want to get on, y'all can find me on there. Imani Haze
Snapchat? No, not really.
Snapchat. You know what? I retired it when they started getting difficult.
That's facts.
Y'all niggas started doing the most. Hey, Snap.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Cut
Y'all was doing the most.
Period.
But you guys have the greatest filters. I love
you
your
keep
filters.
you keep it on for the filters and you get the pictures and then.
Oh, next week we gotta cover the changes done to Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the developer.
Shout out to the developer.
I know it's a nigga. I know it's a dude.
It gotta be a nigga.
Saved a lot of niggas from stress. Trust me. Thank you, bro.
Well, we're gonna talk about that next week.
We're gonna talk about that next week.
Amen.
Last time we're gonna plug this, man. Well, first and foremost, follow at For the Culture Live. Download, rate, subscribe. That only helps it get more traction and build us up. So please check out the podcast on iTunes, the Comedy Pop-Up Network. We have our page on YouTube that has the videos that we like to try to share from time to time. At For the Culture Live. Follow Tony. What's your socials?
At Ty Sterling, TYSTERLIN. No fucking G. Stop putting a G on the end of my fucking name,
please. It's not Sterling. It's Sterling.
That's right.
Please.
He's very serious.
He's staring. Nice. He's staring into the camera.
Let's be nice.
And keep up.
I'm trying not to laugh. But
keep up with Ty and the shows that he got coming up, man. Just so y'all can stay tuned with him. The Bones of Comedy, the one and only.
Yeah, stay with me on my journey.
Yeah, man.
To being a okay comic.
Nah, you on your way, man. You on your way. We gonna pull up.
What we doing anyway?
We gonna pull up. So also, yeah, please follow that. Follow me at Nick of Comedy, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. NICKOFCOMEDY, and follow at Cornbread Kitchen. This is 2 of the 7. Sorry.
Yeah.
Follow Cornbread Kitchen on Instagram at Cornbread Kitchen, on Twitter at CBK Comedy. You can Facebook Cornbread Kitchen, and our show is next Sunday, October 20th. UCB Inner Sanctum Cafe. Pull up at 8 o'clock. It's free. Yeah. We got stand up from Tone Bell, really funny comedian. We got the improv group White Women, that's very hilarious.
White Women is so fucking funny. Y'all niggas need to get into that shit.
So come through, man. This is Nick
and
Alexander.
We celebrating the Cornbread birthday.
Oh yeah, shout outs to Meg Sousa. Yo Megs. It's her birthday, so whenever it's one of our own, it's always extra special. And I promise you, it's our 2-year anniversary, man, and we gonna bring it, man.
Yeah,
so please pull up.
That's it.
Thank you, Monty, for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Love you, sis.
Oh, I love you. Oh, sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'll be blocking. My nigga Tony.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.